What's up, everybody? This is the Chicago Sports Talk, Michael, back at it again with another video. We're going to do some draft scouting, the wide receivers of the Chicago Bears that could potentially change this offensive scheme. And before I begin, I'm not going to go through all the wide receivers because let's be honest, that would take hours and hours to do you know, it. So I'm going to go through these three players that I think can be potential game changers for the Chicago Bears. And regardless who the quarterback is, these wide receivers can be a potential quarterback's best friend scenario. So let's get right into number one. Coming in at number one, we have wide receiver, the guy that is supposed to be the best receiver out of all the candidates of this year's draft class. Wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. Now this guy, and I'm going to be honest with you, if the Bears stick with Justin Fields, Marvin Harrison should be the guy that people that we should go with, because you add DJ Moore and then you add a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a recipe for disaster for defenses around the league, because Marvin Harrison is being compared to Calvin Johnson. We already know what DJ Moore already is as a game changer for the Chicago Bears offense. And if we can get the best out of Marvin Harrison Jr., this could be a deadly alliance for opposing defenses, and we won't have to worry about the receivers, because outside of DJ Moore, we really did not have anybody that can be a complementary receiver. Marvin Harrison brings all of that you want for a quarterback. And this is not only because I think the Bears should build around Justin Fields. I think because Marvin Harrison brings he's basically your best friend if you're a young quarterback. And he's going to be the guy that you will always look to in critical scenarios, because no one can deny Ohio State had a terrible quarterback this year, and Marvin Harrison still made some spectacular catches. And if he can do that with this random that random quarterback that we never even heard of, imagine what he could be like with Justin Fields. And honestly, I won't be surprised if Justin Fields actually becomes good because of the ceiling of potential of Marvin Harrison. So that's just my critical opinion. Let's move on to number two. And oh my God, look at this. He's just a good wide receiver for any quarterback that you want. So let's get into coming in at number two. We have Rome a Doomsday, wide receiver out of Washington. Now, this guy, if it wasn't for Marvin Harrison Jr. being a part of this draft class, he would be the best receiver in this whole entire draft class. But because Marvin Harrison is in it, he is by far the second best receiver. Now, this guy has the potential of being people say that he could be Devontae Adams. People can say he can be like a Keenan Allen type of receiver. And to me, he may be a potential sleeper in this year's draft. I won't be surprised if he ends up being better than Marvin Harrison. But evaluating his position, this would make more sense if you keep Justin Fields, or want to get Caleb Williams and give him Roma Doomsday, because Here's what could get the Bears in position to draft Romeo Doomsday. One, if they get Caleb Williams, and then they want to you know pair him with one of the best receivers in this draft class, or they decide to stick with Justin Fields and they get a good trade down from teams that need a quarterback, aka the Raiders, the who else? The Falcons, maybe the Giants if the Cardinals do take Marvin Harrison. Um, I won't be surprised if Rome gets taken before the next receiver I'm gonna go over, but this guy, watching his tape and know a guy that his name's CEO, he's a Washington fan. He said Rome has, intangibles that can be a potential sleeper in this year's draft class, regardless who your quarterback is. And this is a guy that not only he returned a touchdown from a punt return and also received a touchdown. And that was the first time it ever happened in the Washington history. So if there's a trade offer you can't refuse, and if you want to go down and risk passing up on Marvin Harrison Jr., go get Rome Doomsday. Let's get into the third and final prospect that I have, and it's not likely that the Bears get him, but hey, we've seen crazy things happen. So let's get into number three. Last but not least, Malik Neighbors, wide receiver, LSU. Now, I don't really know how to feel about this guy. I do see the tape on him. And to be honest, I won't be surprised if he works out because LSU always finds a way to produce good wide receivers in the NFL, aka Odell Beckham, prime example. T hit no T did T Higgins come from Clemson? Someone remind me about that. Jamar Chase. Justin, we already know Justin Jefferson, being a top receiver in the NFL, but this guy, he's reminding me of prime Odell Beckham Jr. when Odell was catching stuff in his prime and becoming one of the best receivers in the National Football League. Now, could he be like Odell Beckham? Probably not, because Odell was something legendary coming out of LSU. And this guy, yes, he can, burn people. He has that big boy body, but as far as him being another great prospect out of LSU, it's slim that he could be a potential game changer for the Chicago Bears. But um, we'll see if the Bears do go down this route. Ultimately, I do think he's not gonna. I won't be surprised if he gets taken in like the late first round to a team that needs a receiver, but a team that will most likely pick him. I won't be surprised if the Giants do that, just to if they are wanting to stick with not want to stick with Daniel Jones and they want to give him a receiver because it reminds them of Odell Beckham Jr. and they want to pair Daniel Jones with it. Malik Neighbors actually may be the guy that can go to the Giants, maybe the Falcons, maybe the Jets. Just many ways that this can go, but I highly doubt he turns out to go to the Chicago Bears. But would I mind the Bears getting him? No, I would not mind, because he is one of the top receivers that could be a potential game changer for any offense. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is my evaluation of wide receivers. Um, Depending on if I can find offensive lineman film, I will get to that sooner or later. But let me know, who would you pick if you were the Chicago Bears? Obviously, you know me. I'm a Marvin Harrison Jr. guy because I want to build around Justin Fields, and I feel like adding a guy like Marvin Harrison and pairing him with DJ Moore is a recipe for disaster for DBs around the league. But obviously that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who would you take if you're the Chicago Bears? These wide receivers. Obviously, I know there's going to be a lot of Marvin Harrison Jr. people in my comment section, but who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching and bear down.